Hi everybody, good morning and welcome to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This bell will tell you when I'm live and I'm online, so if you haven't done so already, it's right down by the subscribe button. Today I'm excited because we're going to do a pick a card, hey girl, hey, and it's a free tarot reading Celtic cross. So, and it's timeless, so you can watch it anytime. And we have 3 piles. Included in these piles are 3 oracle cards, and we're going to clarify the Celtic cross with them. So choose pile 1, 2, or 3, or you can choose all 3 and kind of give it different things that you have on your mind. I'm reading with 3 decks. I'm reading with the Montmartre tarot. I don't have the box. I'm reading with the Mermaid tarot and the Romantic tarot, of course, so you won't know which pile is, but that's okay. You'll figure it out. I also have the Angelarium tarot, the Universal Love Oracle, and this Animal Spirit Guide by Colette Baron Reed. This is her new deck, so super excited to have this one here as well. Okay, so sit back, relax, choose a pile 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do a free Celtic cross. And timeless means that it's for any time, so whenever you're watching this, that's okay. Comments are really appreciated, so make sure to comment and like, and especially if you're watching a few days late, then that will definitely help your comments in 2019, 2020, whenever you're watching. Those comments help a lot. Okay, so let's begin. I'm just taking 2 piles to the side. We're going to start with number 1 first, and so let's begin. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm recording this on a Friday. Friday is ruled by Venus, so here we go. And if you're watching live, make sure to comment and like. Hi guys, I'm going to go and start your reading now, so talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so if you chose number 1, this is your spread. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to comment and like. And so we're going to set these 3 cards, actually 4 cards, because I have 2 cards to the side for a little bit later. And if you chose pile 1, we're reading with the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot, which is a gorgeous deck. So let's see what it has to say. So what is the next step in love? This can be platonic, this can be romantic, whatever you have on your mind. So what is the next step in your love relationship? So we have the 5 of Cups. The situation involves some kind of disappointment. Maybe there have been expectations which have not been met in this relationship. Maybe you expected a bit more out of things. Maybe you expected things to be a little bit easier, or maybe somebody set really high expectations for you, and so those expectations for whatever reason did not meet target. The next message is we have the World card. So this may involve some kind of distance. Maybe you expected that this person would come, or possibly they expected that they would come and visit, or come and see you, or maybe move or something like that, and it's just not happening. And so, or it has not been happening. And so maybe this disappointment kind of comes in line with the inability to overcome vast distances, being really far away from each other and not being able to come together. At the top of the Celtic cross, we have the King of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I feel really strongly from this, if you're not dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, overall, this is a person who makes life seem as though everything is within their grasp, everything is easy, everything is accessible. They have a hedonistic personality. They're super excited about things. They're optimistic. They don't really create an environment around them in which there is a lot of restraint or lack, or I can't do this kind of mentality. The problem with that, especially in this situation, that promises may have been made that are not going to be kept or have not been kept, and so that is leading to further disappointment. So this is a person who wants to offer you the world and say this and that, but when push comes to shove, sometimes this person doesn't have the abilities to do what they said they would, and maybe this is the part of the problem. Below the the surface, we have the Chariot. So this is the sign of Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Cancer person, but I feel like maybe even though there is some disappointment within your own heart or within their own heart, you are very much getting over the issues that you guys shared together. There's a real leaving behind of situations, leaving bad things in the past, moving towards success, moving towards brighter horizons, knowing that you can take a next step forward and things will improve. There could be actually other love on the scene for you as well. There could be another relationship that is beginning, maybe with a Cancer. And so what seems like disappointment, it may actually be a missed opportunity for them and not you. If you are the King of Cups, then maybe you are the person who is going to learn a big lesson in this situation about not following through with your offers and playing emotional games. I feel like this person is good-willing. I think they're a good person. They just seem to put on more onto their plate than that they can eat, that kind of thing. So they tend to have, and then they draw other people into their fabrications, their ideas, whatever. And so they say, yeah, I can do this. I can, you know, make it happen. And they play emotional games, but not in a manipulative sense. They play emotional games to, in the moment, enjoy the moment, try to get everyone on board, get the party rolling, and then they're not a person of consequence, you know, or they have not been in this situation. Maybe they're learning a lesson, or maybe they're changing as well. So if you really, really love this person, there could be a change that's happening that you're not seeing. So what has been disappointment could be turning into a good outcome. Let's see. This is very hopeful here, by the way. So if you're getting the Chariot down here, there's a really good chance there's a positive turnaround that you may not be seeing. In the past, we had the Knight of Wands, the influence of a Sag, Leo, or Aries. Somebody got involved and had been directing and encouraging kind of letting go of situations or moving past situations. I feel like maybe this is the influence of the past. There could have been a lot of coming and going in a situation. There could have been a lot of inconsistency. I think that is leaving the situation at this time. And so here is the next message. We have the Six of Wands. Ooh, victory. Okay. So whether it is you overcoming the feelings of an inconsequential person, a person who offers things and doesn't follow through, or if this person is coming around to learn their lesson, you're going to have a great sense of victory about this situation. Either you will be proven the fact that this person is not worth your time, and you will no longer feel sad about it. You will no longer regret it. You may start a new relationship even. Or if you are really set on this person and this person does seem like the right person for you, at least in the immediate future, it's going to feel like, yes, this is successful. This is going to be an outcome that you desire. Okay, you in this situation, you have the Knight of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is also you if you're not a water sign and you are putting an offer out there. You are putting your heart on the line. You keep on making offers in this situation. You want to see things through. You are brave and you are still trying to open up your heart and welcome in new energies, new people. So you're not letting those negative feelings kind of bog you down. You're still trying in new directions and maybe even making offers to new people, trying new relationships, or possibly continuing to work with this person to try to make things come together a bit more, you know. But make sure that you are really checking your Five of Cups energy, so you're not setting yourself up for more disappointment, more, kind of a refusal to, more of a refusal to follow through with what the promises are. And so I think that, I think that you just need to kind of really carry on and be healthy and optimistic and open and excited, and let go of any kind of circumstances that leave you disappointed, that leave you in a situation that you regret, right? Okay, so next card is, this is your environment. We have the Tower. So a lot's changing around you, and you could really use a good friend. And so sometimes that's a really hard combination. A lot's changing around you, circumstances, maybe other relationships are changing. But I think that maybe for you that's empowering for you, because your eyes are being opened in some way to really kind of face circumstances as they are. There's no drama here. There is no misunderstandings. You see people for who they are, for what they are in your time of need, how they're treating you. You're seeing it all, and sometimes it's hard to hear, sometimes it's hard to understand, but I feel like it's for the better, okay? And so here is your next message. I feel like you're hoping for the 10 of Cups, you're hoping for marriage, you're hoping for a good, solid relationship, understanding, compassion, friendship all around. I think that beyond anything else, I think you're looking for an alignment with good people, with good intentions. You're no longer willing to sit around and feel bad for yourself, feel bad for your circumstances. I think that you're really done with this kind of energy, which is fair weather friends that are only around when it's convenient for them. I think you're really stepping beyond that. So here is the next message. And so we have the 10 of Swords. So this is the Sun in Gemini. This is like really putting a situation to rest. This is the end of the matter, final completion. Maybe something has been left over, but I think that in some way you are really letting go of an attachment to a way that you are handling life or life circumstances. I think the success could be the 10 of Swords as well. This could be really kind of no longer needing this person or needing this situation, you see the false promises for what they are. 5 minutes of feeling good about the prospect of something, and then having to deal with the consequence of that, the consequence being that you were disappointed, that somebody left, that someone didn't follow through. You don't want any of it, and I don't think that it's affecting you emotionally at all. So I have 2 animal spirit cards, one for you, one for your partner, or the person that you're asking about. I'll let you decide which one is which. I'll set these to the side and you can kind of consider them. And then we have 2 oracle cards. One is the Universal Love Oracle for further guidance. And so we have the Inner Child. So this could be a pattern of relating that you had begun when you were very young. Maybe this is a way that your family treated you, or maybe this is a way that you were treated in elementary school, like, or maybe in other circumstances. And so I feel like you're really healing that, and I think that you're no longer falling for it. Like you're an adult now, or maybe you are an adult now, and so you are kind of seeing things for what they are. And you're not letting things, this is a very powerful card in this position. You're not letting other people's shortcomings ruin your well-being, you know. I think you're letting everything around you that represents that part of you that holds on to false promises to fall apart, and that's the Tower. You're really letting go of anything that's leading to this 5 of Cups, because it seems to me like you were in a loop, constantly accepting disappointment after disappointment where people were treating you poorly. And I think something has shifted within you where you're like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to be more responsible with my feelings. I'm not going to be, you know, sloppy emotionally and causing all these hurts around me. This isn't necessarily you. I mean, it could be you, but it's kind of, you're really learning the lesson of what's important, how to treat people well, and how to be consistent with them emotionally. Here is the next card. This is the Angel Larium. So we have the Sakiel, which is the angel of the sky. So you should probably go out somewhere where there's like some nice sky, some nice clouds. Look up outside and really get connected to the air. I feel as though this is like a breeze of fresh air. You might want to do several days of airing out your space. So open up all the windows, let fresh air in, let all the old stale stuff out. I know some of these things can feel really overwhelming at this time. You could feel like, well, you can essentially feel like, you know, things are pretty hard or they're pretty intense and pretty difficult to deal with in terms of your social environment. But trust me, all the things that you are releasing, all the things that you thought were trustworthy were never there for you to begin with. So you should really not feel so bad about what you're releasing. And I think that Ten of Swords is really about you being successful and moving past a dead end anyway. So if this person is meant to be in your life, they'll see your progress and they'll resonate with it. I think in the short term, this is you holding your ground. Okay. So did you choose which one's which? So one animal spirit is representative of, so we have, sorry that they're upside down. So we have the moth spirit, which means to surrender now. Just accept things. Ooh, it matches the background. Accept things in the manner that they have been given. I think that this is tolerance to your environment. You're also becoming more tolerant to your environment with this process. Sometimes when we're hurt in a certain way, we have like a inconsistency with our environment that causes us to have a lot of stress, experience a lot of negativity. You know, it makes it hard. It makes us susceptible to people who are not treating us well. So this is really an end to an aspect of that. No more of that. So the other person is butterfly spirit transformation is beautiful. I feel as though somebody's gonna, maybe they will hit a wall and realize what they have been doing. I don't think they're doing it for bad reasons. I just think that they are how do you say this? They're inconsistent and they're not necessarily what you need them to be, you know, and it's triggering your responses that are full of hurt and disappointment, and so you're quickly moving past it. So that's your reading for number 1. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment and like. And now we're going to move on to number 2. You can think of a different situation. You can think of a different love relationship. But yeah, so we're going to do number 2, but I think that here you're doing a pretty big change, you know, in your life. And sometimes by surrendering and accepting that life is a certain way, then that enables us to be more free, right? So rather than fighting it, maybe just accept it. So number 2's, hi, welcome to my channel. Make sure to comment and like if you haven't already. And so I have 4 cards we're going to look at the end for you, and these are just oracles. And so if you chose number 2, we're reading with the Victorian romance cards. And so let's take a look at your spread. So your first card is the World. Whoa, this is really reflective. It's really bright outside today. So we have the World card. The World card represents that there is travel in your future. If you chose number 1, you had the World card at the center as well. So this is a huge theme for you at this time. This could mean that a love relationship is coming to you from really far away, somewhere, or maybe you have to go a far distance in order to make that connection. The Crossing card is the King of Wands, a Sag, Leo, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel as though this is a person who may have kept you back from traveling in the past. And so I think that now you are making a step forward and really kind of going your own direction in order to find that love. Let's see which direction that is. On the top, on the surface, we have the Star. So I think that you're being guided by serendipity. It's a soulmate connection that is guiding you towards a specific route, to a specific course of action. So maybe some of this will have to do with you trying to figure out, hey, why am I going in this? There's no logical reason why I'm going in this direction. And so I feel like you are being guided by like a sixth sense, your intuition. You feel like you have to just go in this direction. You may be dealing with an Aquarius right now as well, because this card is ruled by the sign of Aquarius. Below the surface, we have the Three of Wands. And so I feel as though good things are coming in for you. I feel as though you have really earned the circumstances that you are enjoying. So there is really good outcomes and consequences for the things that you have initiated. Good luck is coming into your life. I don't think you have to do much at this point in order to have the positive energy of love to come to you at this time. Let's see what the past says. So the history is that you have been waiting for a while. You got yourself to where you wanted to be. So you kind of stabilized your life and you were living comfortably. And I feel like you were waiting for the right circumstance to become available or to become around you at this time. Maybe there is someone who has had a conversation with a wise person who has in some way given them advice on how to move forward with things. And I think maybe with all this waiting that you've been doing, this person is now coming around. Let's see the next card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So I think that you should use your resources really wisely at this time, because in the long term is where you will see the benefits of your current actions. So you need to save your money, you need to kind of save your time, get your things done early, because I think very soon things will come in for you that are going to take up your time, take up your resources, that are going to keep you fairly busy. So right now you should be really focusing on preparing yourself for this huge thing that is coming in for you, possibly a soulmate relationship or a twin flame relationship. You in this situation, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Life is improving for you in a vast way. And so I feel as though you are being given opportunities that are full of luck, coincidence, maybe, maybe not. But I feel like you're maybe either meeting the right people, finding yourself in the right situation, the right path is becoming available for you, it's opening up for you, and I feel like you are ready to kind of have more luck in your life to take you in a positive direction with regard to your love life. Here is the next message. We have the Lovers around you. So close family ties, or maybe you already know this person. This could be the person that you're with and you're really spending a lot of time together. Maybe you and them are really planning some big things in the world. Maybe you will travel. Maybe there will be a lot of opportunities that become available for you from this relationship. And at this time, maybe you are both preparing yourselves for taking on the world and really kind of opening yourself up in new directions. The next message is we have the Two of Wands. And so I feel as though your eyes are being opened. I feel as though you're hoping to see more about where the future is taking you. I think that you really want to understand where it's all going. You feel it's a big deal. However, I feel like at the same time as you feel it to be a big deal, you kind of don't see what the fuss is about. Like, you know, in a certain way that things are good and they're improving, but also you don't really see where it's all going or why it's going there, which is kind of nerve-wracking because you feel it's going to be a huge thing, but you don't know exactly why. The last card for today is the Knight of Swords. A Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Somebody is going to come into the picture in order to set things right. This could be the person. We have Gemini, Aquarius here, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So I think that somebody is coming in, maybe in the immediate future or like the more near future. You still have to close up a relationship. Venus will be in Libra in November 2018. This is a timeless reading, but if you're watching right now, Venus is in Libra in November 2018. And what that means is that maybe there is like a closure to a past relationship that you have to go through before you kind of continue in this direction. I have two animal spirit cards, 1 and 2, and you can have a message for you and the person that you have in mind in them. And then first, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So your first oracle card is expectancy. I feel, yeah, there's something really big coming in for you. There's really something that you have been working towards for a long time. Good luck is in your future, and I think this is you preparing yourself for a huge life change at the beginning of your life, the beginning of a relationship. So this is all this expectancy of who and what is coming in. This is the angel Ariam card, and you have the Lael, which is the angel of the night. So it's like it feels like these cards are very bright, so it feels like day, but it really is a time of waiting right before the dawn of your relationship. So it's like you're moving forward towards being in a relationship with this person, or if you're in a relationship, it's just the beginning stages, and you know it's going to be a big deal. You know what's up, okay? So with these cards, you can kind of say, this is me, this is the person, or this is the person, this is me, or this is the person. So you can choose which one you think fits you better, but I'm going to show you the first card. You have the otter spirit. You are never alone. So this person is not going to be alone. They are together. I don't know if you know, otters, when they swim, they can like sleep on their backs and then they hold the little hands together. It's like the cutest thing. So they kind of float together as they sleep. So you're never alone. The otter spirit is here, and then the other card is the nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Yeah, this feels like love. This feels like the spring of love, and it doesn't mean that you have to wait until the spring to experience it. I think it's happening now. It's coming into your life. It's all around you, and you know, it's fully present, and it's like really the beginning of something really big in your life. I would be very excited if I chose number 2. Okay, thank you guys so much for checking out number 2. I'm just gonna check the comments, and then we're gonna do number 3. Yay. Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm just reading your comments as I clean up. Yeah, it's huge. This number 2 is like, I think that maybe for some of you this can be like someone else who wants to get in the way of a relationship, because maybe somebody's realized that they love you and they're coming back. I think what you have on hand is way better than what is coming back, you know? So it's not going to be something that you really it's going to be something that you're going to find closure for. Maybe somebody will hit you up and be like, hey, come back to me, Veroosh. And I'll be like, no, I got Bobby. Peace out, right? So it's that kind of energy. If you chose to, Bobby, by the way, is my imaginary friend. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the energy that you're looking at. I think that somebody's going to wisen up and offer something up to you, but I feel like you are not going to go for it. I think you know that what you have on hand is way better than anything that they have offered. They had their chance. Girl, they had their chance, and it's over, and now it's time to move on. And we're going to do number 3, okay? So let's take a look at number 3. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll say hi to you guys at the end of the video, okay? Okay. So number 3, we have welcome. Make sure to like and comment. So for whatever reason, it's really, the colors are kind of messed up today, but I hope you don't mind. And so we're reading with the Montmartre Tarot. And so here is your reading. And then I'm going to do 4 oracles at the end. Okay. So if you chose number 3, here's your answer. What is the next step in love? Your first card is the Hermit, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is a Virgo, sorry. This could be, it could have been a solitary time for you. You could have been kind of on your own, but it could be also dealing with a Virgo. You could be in a relationship with a Virgo. And so if you're dating a Virgo, sometimes I have a lot of Virgos in my family, you know, and especially those September Virgos, they make you feel really alone. So if you're down for that, you have a lot of autonomy in this relationship. But maybe this is a spiritual quest moving forward in a particular direction. The crossing card is, we have the what is this? The Eight of Cups. Hey girl, hey. So I feel like maybe understanding, maybe this is understanding the difference between being alone and being abandoned, right? Like really understanding the difference between like doing stuff on your own and someone dipping on you emotionally or physically, or like actually leaving the relationship. Maybe some of the questions you are answering right now have to do with that, like you know, really understanding when it's important for you to focus on solo stuff and when it's important for you to understand that somebody's not following through with their commitment towards you. Okay, at the top you have the Prince of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Somebody's in your life. This could be a person who in some way is kind of present. They could be kind of coming into your life, defending your honor also. Someone who is very much listening to your circumstances as in some way is saying, no, this is not good enough for you, you need to do better. So someone who reminds you you deserve a better quality of life. This person can be very much a defender. This person defends people from bad circumstances. Sometimes if you find yourself in a really crappy situation, this is like the friend that follows through and is like, oh hey, you know, like you don't deserve this. Everybody else won't notice, but the Prince of Swords will, and the Prince of Swords will be like, no, this is BS, you don't need it. Below the surface you have the Five of Swords. So there has been a situation here, I feel like, in which you have accepted circumstances that shortchanged you on an emotional level. There has been certain friends or a relationship that has not given you what you deserve, and I think you're figuring out exactly what you can expect and what you can demand in a relationship. What is a fair request? What is a fair expectation? And I think that that is the present energy of you trying to figure out, you know, how to step away from BS, how to step away from somebody who's just playing games, someone who's just out for number one. Sometimes those people who are out for number one, they'll say things like, I got your back, you know, I love you. It's all this stuff, all this woo-woo, wonderful things. But I think that essentially you're learning about how to figure out whether that person is just kind of lying or if they're actually genuinely present and maybe just a bit busy. In the past you had so this is the Ten of Cups. So you felt like you were stepping in to the perfect situation full of love, understanding, compassion. Maybe you were married even for some of you guys, but there was this idyllic sense of romance and family. And I think that you thought of family still in kind of a nuclear family kind of way. A mom, a dad, and a kid, and maybe 2.5 kids, a dog, that kind of stuff. And I think that you were so trapped in this energy that it led you straight into disappointment because nothing was exactly like that. So I think that what you're doing here is in some way letting go of the expectation of that and kind of reformulating it in a way that will work in the modern world, that will work in your life. The upcoming energy we have is the Hierophant. So this is the card of Taurus. This is a major marriage card also. So this is a suggestion that you might be moving towards a marriage after you do some soul searching, after you do some kind of understanding of what's acceptable and what's not. What's acceptable for a person to do on their own. Like, what is the acceptable level or the way through which a person says that they need to work on their own stuff, do their own thing, and what is them just taking advantage of that idea and leaving you alone and stranded, which is not okay either. So I think when you figure out that balance for within yourself, once you calm down and like figure out where the positions are, then you will move towards some kind of common ground with another person and really figure out like a dynamic that works for both of you. This could be marriage, this could be a community group, this could be a relationship with a Taurus as well, okay? here is the next message, and we have the, how many swords? 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is you figuring things out, right? Like you're figuring things out, you're trying to make sense of things. And I think that you're trying to get your head right about stuff, and that's a really good thing to do. It's a really important thing to do that will get you going in the right direction in life. You will, I mean, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt because you have to do this to figure things out. But once you figure it out, those things are not going to creep back up. So it's a little bit of effort now so that you don't have to deal with it ever again in the same way. In your environment, you have the 4 of Coins. People are holding out on you. So you're really dealing with family members, friends who are holding out on you, and you are in some way differentiating. When is it a person just doing their own thing, and when are they just not being a genuine friend or a love interest? Okay, here is in your environment, we have the Lovers. Yeah, you still want a good relationship, you still want a good marriage, a good family, and I think that in some way you're figuring out exactly how to do it in a way that works with people's lives. Remember, if you're forcing people, or if people feel forced into relationships that are too like nuclear, that's not going to fit with the modern world, our lives, and how we go about doing things. So the people who are in those relationships are going to burn out, you're going to go into divorce, you're going to have all this negative stuff happen. So this is like a necessary step in order to adjust your expectations and know which things you can want in your life and which things you need to leave behind. The outcome is the Emperor. You're definitely getting married. You're definitely moving towards like an established rule. Look at this Hierophant and the Emperor. You're after you figure out some stuff, you're going to really kind of know what to look for, and I think it's going to be a bang on choice. You're going to know exactly who it is that you want, what kind of situation. Maybe it's the person who's been sticking up for you all along. Maybe it's that friend who's been at your side for years and, holding your hand through everything. But yeah, so I don't know what it is, but I think something's going to change in you. I feel like you are going to set off on a new path, and I think that you're going to really lock things down. For some of you, you're going to choose to be your own emperor, and hey girl, hey, get yourself a ring. You can spoil yourself. I know a few people who live like in that way, and they're really happy doing it, because the opposite, trying to find someone through all the BS and drama that other people bring into your life, can be a real drag and take years of your life. So you can just decide and be like, unless that perfect person comes along. Virgos are perfectionists. So you can be like, no, screw it. I'm going to be my own emperor. I'm going to take care of myself, Not that you were looking for someone to take care of you, but you're going to be more kind of ready to say, like, what is this all about? What are we buying into? What am I holding out for with all these people who are just trying to scrounge off of me every last penny and every last thing that I've earned for myself? So it's kind of like a boss move in a certain respect. But I do think for many about that. So let's see if we did it. Let's see. There we go. Yay! Okay, so it didn't cut it apart. And I was getting right into it. I'm like, oh boy, we almost lost the stream. So I was saying, like, maybe, hold on, let me remember. Maybe it was you who was in some way, like, needing to adjust your expectations, and maybe you were holding out on someone who really deserved your time and attention. Like check yourself before you break yourself, and it's really important to do that. I'm not calling you out for nothing, but I'm just saying, like, if you want drastic change in your life, if you want your life to be better, then you have to take the initiative and really affect change in your present life, So here's 4 oracle cards. Let's do this. So your first card is the universal heart. So I feel like that connection to the universal heart is 100% with you. Whatever's going on in your current relationship, you really don't need to sweat it. whatever is going on, understand that there is a universal love that is coming for you and through you and to you. And so that love is wanting to make the connection. But while you are accepting things that are not of a loving nature, you are holding back that pure energy that wants to come into your life. So the quicker that you wisen up, no offense, the quicker that you accept people shortchanging you, the quicker that you not accept but reject people who are shortchanging you, holding out on you, hoping that they'll come around. Don't do that stuff, man, because that's going to eat up like a decade of your life, 22 decades of your life, however long. And it could have started in your family relationships when you were young. It could have started in school. All of these different things. You need to kind of really pay attention to what's going on. Are you accepting people into your life that are just not, they're promising you everything, the white wedding, whatever, but when it comes to pass, you find yourself alone in relationships. If that's the case, you need to really adjust yourself and nip it in the bud and be like, I know where this is going. I'm going to get what I want in the right direction. I'm going to take the steps in the right direction. You're really going to figure it out. I really feel like this is an exciting reading. The angel that we have here is, so this is Malkuth. This is the kingdom. So Malkuth is root chakra, right? So this coincides with the root chakra. So this is everything here on earth. And so this is like a super earthy, grounded energy, roots into the soil. I feel like you're starting a whole civilization. You're starting a whole family. You're starting a whole future ahead of you, and you're really setting down roots. But you can't set down roots with people that are not going to water your roots, right? You're not going to set down roots with people who dip out on you, who leave you all the time, just because you want a certain type of relationship. So rethink things through, and things will be better. Here are 2 cards, one for you, one for your partner. You can choose one or both. This could be you, this could be your partner, etc., etc. These are the Colette Baron Reed Animal Oracle cards, which I'm so in love with. Your first message is the horse spirit. Hey girl, hey. The freedom is yours. Yeah, go for it, 100%. And then the next message is, we have the hawk spirit. Beautiful. Let spirit be your guide. Trust the universe that you are going in the right direction. This is such a powerful card for me. And so I feel like the universe is saying, like, that love, the emperor, the marriage, all that stuff is there for you. It's just you're grounding your expectation in the wrong people, in the wrong situations, people that know that you want those things, and then they kind of take away from you by saying, oh, here, ground this energy here. So they're taking they're energy vampires, because they're not able, or they're not willing to give you what you need. They just want the experience of absorbing your attention and energy, which is unfair to you. So you're being wise about this. You're like, I'm no crackerjack. I know which direction to go. And so once you take that step in the right next direction, it's going to be the right one. You guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching at the time that I posted, the weekend wish is really close to getting 500 likes for every single one of the videos. I encourage you to go over there, pop over a like, watch it a little bit, and I will do the next reading for each sign, and it's kind of like, what is their intention towards you? So it's a dedicated reading next week. So go check out the weekend wish right now, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. TGIF, guys. Bye.